Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I have a soft glam makeup look for you guys. This is like an all matte glam, very snatched, definitely inspired by a lot of the soft glam photos I see on Instagram and stuff like that. So if you're interested and you want to see more videos like this, be sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and let's get on into the tutorial. So I'm going to be starting off with a fresh face, and I'm going to go straight into moisturizer. Now this is super important to prep your face really well, especially if you're going to be going for a full coverage base. I really find that if I don't prep my skin properly, then honestly it just ends up looking really cakey and a lot of texture comes out. So making sure that my skin is nice and moisturized is important. And then I'm going to be using the new Benefit Professional Hydrating Primer, which is really nice, by the way. I really love this. I think it's really good for combination skin, which I do have. So yeah, it kind of eliminated me needing to use multiple primers, which I do normally do. So once I've applied my primer, I'm actually going to be color correcting, which I don't normally do so much anymore, but because I want to go for a nice flawless face, I want to tackle a little bit of the dark areas that are on my skin before I go in with foundation. I'm mixing together my two favorite foundations, the Urban Decay Stay Naked foundation and the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter, and I applied that all over my face and then sprayed some of the Urban Decay All Night Setting Spray. I really love doing this. I find that spraying it before I've actually blended in my foundation keeps it on really well, even better than doing it afterwards. So once my foundation is on, I'm applying concealer, and I've just mixed together two colors of the NARS Creamy Concealer and applied it underneath my eyes and blended it in with the same brush I used to apply my foundation. So this is pretty standard at the moment. I'm just going for a nice matte base because this is what I find personally works on my skin the most. I think for a soft glam look, it really does depend on your skin, but normally whenever I see those really snatched soft glam, their face is normally quite flawless and their under eyes are normally quite bright. So I'm also applying a little bit more extra of that concealer underneath my eyes just to really brighten that under eye area. And then I'm going to be setting that using the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter powder and just making sure that it's all set in place. I'm using a small brush for my under eye areas, and then I'm using a bigger brush for the rest of my face. Next up, I'm going to be bronzing, and what other bronzer am I going to be using? Clearly I use this one a lot, and it's the Hoola Caramel. I apply quite a bit to my forehead, and I also apply it under my cheekbone area and under my chin, and I just like to really focus this on these areas before I brighten my under eyes. I went a little bit heavy handed with the bronzer today, but it's going to even out when I use the under eye powder that I'm about to use. So it's kind of just using the contrast of the two. I'm taking this palette from Tarte, and I'm taking the yellow toned color and applying quite a bit of this to my under eye area. Again, as I said, whenever I see these really snatched soft glam pictures on Instagram and Twitter, I always just see really bright under eyes. So I wanted to make sure that I had that in this look. It's a little bit more than I would normally do, so just bear that in mind. In real life it didn't look too crazy, but yeah, just bear it in mind. I'm applying some clear brow gel to my eyebrows so they can be really set into place before I fill them in. I'm really pushing them up as well because I want to have a straighter brow shape today. I've been loving to do this recently. I find that it really lifts the face, so I'm really pushing it upwards, and I'm moving on to eyeshadow. So the technique of this eyeshadow look is mainly applying a lot of it on the inner corner, which is really strange because normally I don't do this. I'm actually using the bronzer that I used on my face for this, and as you can see, I'm kind of taking it down to the sides of my nose, which can look kind of crazy at the moment, but don't worry, it all evens out. And then I'm going to also drag this outwards, and it's quite exaggerated because we're using just pretty much one color to create this look, but once everything is on, it's just such an effective look. I've applied it in the inner corner and dragged it all the way outwards, even past my eyebrow, and I've really made sure to kind of exaggerate that. And then I'm going to be taking a concealer. You can use an eye primer if that's what you prefer, and I'm basically going to be creating a half cut crease, and it's going to be completely matte. So I'm going along my natural eyelid. I'm not going too much above it, but I really want this to be quite distinguished and sharp. So I'm using concealer to really help to carve this out. You can use multiple colors on your crease or even on your lid. You can use this technique in the exact same way, but I'm keeping it very simple by just using the bronzer. And then I'm also just using the under eye powder that I used to set my eyelids, just because I want to keep everything very flesh toned, just to keep in tone with the rest of my face. I want it all to kind of match, if that makes sense. sense. And then I'm going to be applying my lashes. I'm using the Lily lashes in Miami Flare. I really like the style of these lashes. They're very like wispy, but they also like extend outwards, which is definitely something that I want for this look. The whole kind of idea is to really bring your eyes upwards and just to really accentuate your eyes. So the reason why I applied my lashes first is because I want to apply eyeliner, but I don't want this whole look to be about the eyeliner. Once my lashes are on, I can definitely see what kind of style that I want to go for and exactly where I need to put eyeliner without it being too much. So I just created a wing and went a little bit above the lash line, and it was definitely thicker towards the outer corner to really elongate my eyes, and that way I've got a really nice style of eyeliner, but it's not too over the top for me personally. Now I'm going in with my eyebrow pencil, and I'm using a soft brown color first of all. Obviously my roots are quite dark, but I didn't want to use something quite dark straight away, and I just wanted to build this up slowly. I don't want to go for anything too crazy. The only difference is the eyebrow shape, and that's just that it's a little bit more straighter than what I used to do, or like my normal, I guess, brow shape. But I've been loving this straight brow shape. I've been doing it a lot lately, and it's definitely my new favorite. So next up, I'm going to be contouring my nose, which is definitely really important for this look. I feel like the nose contour is definitely a little bit more structured and just slightly more intense than the type of nose contour I would do on a normal day-to-day basis, because the inner corner eyeshadow that we applied kind of drags down to your nose contour and it looks really seamless, and I just love this effect. So I took it on either sides of my nose, and then I highlighted the bridge of my nose and also a little dot on the very tip of my nose to really bring my nose upwards and to make it look like a little button nose, even though I don't have a button nose. Next, I'm going to be adding some blush, and I'm just taking this nice, simple, like flesh pink color, and it's a matte color, and I'm applying it to the apples of my cheeks. Nothing too intense, just something to bring a bit of color to my face so that it's not completely bronzed. And then I'm doing my lips overlined as per usual, kind of focusing more of that overline on the center of my lip just to really give it that kind of pouty look. And I'm using Rimmel Cappuccino as per usual. What's new? This is my favorite lip liner and I just love it so much. And I'm taking quite a light nude liquid lipstick and I'm just patting this into my lip. And I was gonna apply a gloss with this, but I just love the effect of a full matte glam. Like everything is matte. I haven't even applied highlight. The only place where I'm actually going to apply highlight in a moment is to the tip of my nose. That's like the only place I'm going to apply highlight, just because I love the effect of a full matte face. I'm just accentuating my already beauty mark on the side of my mouth, and then I'm just adding a new one on my cheek just because I like this look. And as I said, just taking a little bit of highlight and applying a little dot to the tip of my nose just to make my nose look even more like a button shape. So guys, that's the end of this look. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did and you want to see more, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Also subscribe for more videos like this. Let me know down in the comments what video you want to see next from me, and hopefully I can do more Instagram style tutorials because I just love how snatched this looks. It's definitely my favorite kind of makeup to do. But let me know what else you want to see, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye guys.